Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I've got a card frame next to me, so you know what we're going to be working on. This is another Magic the Gathering display update. So this is actually going to be a new frame, new project. If you're not familiar, I did Doctor Who, which is right behind me. I finally got that order canceled, refunded, taken care of, so that is my next step to just order the remaining ones of those, but I have to go re-through, reorder, just find a new seller, all that good stuff. So Doctor Who's still going to be finished, just not today. And then over here, my very last project, I did a Lord of the Rings 20 card frame as well. I actually just purchased another one of these frames, which is the same size as that one. For 20 cards, I'm going to be doing 2 Lord of the Rings as of now, instead of just like overhauling one of them or getting a huge one. I recently redid the whole backdrop of my room, so stuff that's not on camera, all pop figures. So we've got a Lord of the Rings area, we've got Naruto, all anime actually, Pirates of the Caribbean, a huge Spider-Man display, and then above it is actually all Transformers. So it's going to be pretty cool. Have 10-15 of them right now. I have a bunch ordered for myself for Christmas, so that'll be pretty fun. And if you're not familiar, and it was pretty cool, Magic the Gathering actually made Transformers cards. So you're going to have a character on one side, their vehicle on the back, and it's pretty cool. Primarily just G1 characters, so if you're familiar with only the movies, or you're not a fan of like the originals or anything, it's totally fine. I'm actually like really starting to just learn a lot about Transformers. I'm a huge fan of the Bay movies, and yes, I know that's very controversial for some people to hear. But I absolutely love the Transformers movies, and most of the figures I have are going to be the Bayverse movies. I'm starting to get some of like the G1s, or at least like the legacy figures and stuff, which would be pretty cool. What I'm going to do for this frame, I'm going to be doing 10 Transformers on top, and that is what we're going to be doing today. I ordered 5 Autobots and 5 Decepticons, so we'll be doing a real quick project with the Transformers Magic the Gathering project here today. And then the bottom 10 on a future date are going to be for Godzilla. Again, another theme for Magic the Gathering. So the Godzilla ones are awesome. They are considerably more expensive than a lot of the Transformers ones, so I decided to do Transformers while I'm binging it. And since Godzilla -1 just came out in theaters and it's supposed to be fantastic, I'm sure by Christmas time or a little bit after, Godzilla will be coming pretty shortly. I do have an update for the next Lord of the Rings project as well. Already ordered, already taken care of. It's sitting behind me actually, so once I'm done with that, I'll probably move into full gear on that on the next project. So Magic the Gathering displays are still going pretty hard. And I'm also going to hopefully start doing like toy hauls again. If you're not familiar with that either, because it's been probably the better part of 7 or 8 months since I've done one. I used to do like weekly or bi-weekly toy hauls, essentially everything that I got that I wouldn't be, that isn't a Lego. If I pick up a pop figure, steelbook, an action figure, something, I would accumulate a lot of them, and probably what I would like to start doing is like monthly toy hauls instead. Like, here's what I've got for a month, if it's a good month, or if it's full of releases or something like December where I'm buying a lot of stuff for myself. Then maybe I'll do a little bit more, but I do want to get back into the swing of that, and Magic the Gathering would work pretty well with that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me on another project. As always, I'm going to show off in this case, 10 individual cards that I picked out on a little bit closer detail, and a little bit of like why I chose those. Some, like Optimus and Megatron, of course, need no explanation. They are essential to every Transformers project. But yeah, so let's take a look at the cards, guys. Alright, so we're going to start with the 5 Autobots that I chose first, and you know what, better background than the DVD collection for the original series. So first, of course, we have Optimus Prime, needs no introduction, one of my by far favorite characters. Actually, my probably favorite character, still to this day, is Ironhide. Did not get a card. Alright, that's a little bit of some BS here. I think Ironhide needed a card, but whatever. Wizards on the Coast, robbing us of our childhood. And then, of course, his truck on the back. Very cool card. Then you have his brother, Ultra Magnus. Another very, very popular card. Or, not card. Another very popular character that never made it into the Bayverse movies. But we'll see, now that they're doing more of like a faithful restoration of the franchise with like Rise of the Beasts and some movies like that, and Bumblebee, I should say. We'll see what direction they take there. Here we have Jetfire, my girlfriend's personal favorite Transformer, and one that's very much growing on me. He was in the second movie, Revenge of the Fallen, as the old Blackbird ship, I believe it was. And then, of course, he's a Decepticon that turns into a Autobot. The Netflix series I'm actually watching right now, the War for Cybertron, is very, very good. And then, of course, his jet transformation. One that you're most likely familiar with, which is Ratchet the Medic. Again, one of my favorite characters in the show and otherwise. And then last but not least, we have RC the Sharpshooter. And then she is recognizable for most fans of any of the formats as well. And then, of course, we have the Decepticons. I actually don't really like a lot of the Decepticons they chose. Megatron and Soundwave were kind of it for this series. Yes, I respect some of the other ones, but if we're choosing Decepticons, I mean, I would have loved to have seen, like, Scourge. Would have been pretty cool from the Unicron storyline, or even my favorite, Shockwave. Shockwave would have been an awesome figure. He is the giant guy with drills and tendrils and stuff in the third movie. Very, very awesome. Here we have Megatron, of course. The big bad himself. Can't go anywhere without Megatron. Then, of course, Soundwave. His cassette player, his Lego Beak, yeah, laser beak, Ravager and everything. Very, very cool. And then, of course, turns into his little radio and cassette player on the back. Then we have Blitzwing. I believe Blitzwing you can still find toys of in the store. I think I just saw one at Target very, very recently. Then we have Cyclonus. Again, cool, fine. You could have put an actual Cyclops on here. You could have put Shockwave. Just would have been cooler. And then his jet. And last but not least, we have Flame War. Again, very interesting choice with the motorcycle. She's going to look good next to RC. So that's honestly why I chose RC and Flamewing for the very back half, or Flame War for the back half, just because they're both bikes. And that at least makes a bit more sense to put next to each other. But what I'm going to do is just line them up kind of how they make sense. Obviously, Optimus and Megatron are going to be at the front. Now, there are a few different versions of these. Obviously, you see some of these are foil, some of them are not. I ordered them all from one seller who was great. He also gave me a discount on all 10 of these, which I did not expect. He said a couple of the cards were not up to his standards. They're all perfect, so very hats off to that eBay seller. You're a great guy. Appreciate it. I'll be ordering more from you very shortly. But yeah, there's also Shattered. I believe it's Shattered version. Shattered Glass, Shattered Star. One of those two versions. They're basically purple. I love them, but they're, $15 to $20 a piece. And to do my original project, these were all 20. On the nose, 10 of these cards were approximately $20 before the discount, or after the discount. I think it was 25 before. Great, easy project, especially this time of year. It doesn't break the bank too bad. So, and I love doing just putting more stuff on the wall. I'm gonna attempt to hang this later, but we're gonna see how that goes because it's gonna go above the Lego City, which is just a Herculean effort at this point. But yeah, so those are a little bit closer at the 10 cards that I chose. Let me know who your favorite Transformers are in the comments, by the way. And I'm going to start taking this frame apart in the background and then actually putting these cards in. We're going to see what it looks like, everybody. Alright, so I ended up just doing the exact same order that I showed them off in earlier. There are other ones available, specifically Starscream. I'm going to replace one of the Decepticons with in the future. And then I did remove these for now as well, just to get ready for the Godzilla cards. Again, for a future project, but I think they look pretty darn cool. Now, I'm going to have to hang this at some point. I'm going to see how that goes, because it is going to be a pain to try and actually put it up on the wall there. So, the main reason being, it's behind the Transformers figures, but above another shelf, so I can't really get to there. But essentially, and sorry about the glare, I'll do the best I can. Just with the cards, it's a little bit tough. I like it. I think it looks pretty cool. Can't say it's my favorite, just because Lord of the Rings ones I think are just fantastic. And I cannot wait to do part 2 of that series, but I think these look pretty darn cool. So thank you guys so much for joining me on another short project here. Let me know in the comment section who your favorite Transformer is, any cards that you think I missed that I should do, any future projects that you would like. I also, as of literally 2 seconds ago, just got confirmation that my first Secret Layers order from Wizards of the Coast, which is the Jurassic Park set, just shipped. So that's another project hopefully happening in the future. So thank you guys so much for joining me on another project. Stay safe during this holiday season, and I'll see you next time, everybody.